Good day, my name is Angelo. This is Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel, and I'm here with the updates for today. Of course, I know you've gotten lots, and this particular one is coming straight from US, from the FBI in US. So you have to understand that we have lots for you. This is Monday, all right. Now, reasons have been exposed why Bola Ahmed Tinibu doesn't want the Federal Bureau for Investigation (FBI) at the US or in the US to reveal his 2,500 page records to the public space. All right, there was a news some days back about the fact that the FBI wanted or planned actually to release the 2,500 page records of Bola Ahmed Tinibu, starting with 500 pages at the end of or by October next month. All right, so I'm trying to say categorically that by October Asiwaju is going to be on fire. All right. Now I have a file that has to do with the reason why Asiwaju doesn't want his academic records. Let me not say academic records, rather his FBI records to be released. Of course, we're talking about the academic records over and over again, so I've gotten used to it. Now, according to our source, it says Tinibu spent 5 years in the US jail for narcotics, credit card fraud, and so on. Now, you never knew that he spent 5 years in jail, right? Of course, there is no part of his history that had it very glaring that he spent 5 years in jail. Okay, so this particular expose will go a long way to tell you why and how, although I'm going to cut it up. Okay, I'm going to cut it up, and I would, well, I would say I'll reveal it to you as time goes on, but this is very important, so listen. Now, additional information has revealed that Bola Ahmed Tinibu spent a combined 5 years in US jail, as not as Bola Ahmed Tinibu, but as one Yekini Amoda Sangodele or Shangodele. Anyhow, you know how it's called in Yoruba language. All right, that means by implication he actually held two identities, fake identities. We don't know if Bola Ahmed Tinibu, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu, is his real identity. We don't know if the Yekini Amoda Shangodele is his real identity. All right, but we'll buttress on that, and then we'll give you the conclusion by the time we have facts on that. Now, furthermore, for the 2 times he went to jail, he went there for narcotic crimes and credit card fraud in the late 60s and in the early 70s. All right, now he was thereafter deported to Nigeria in what is documented in the FBI files, according to the US sources. All right, he was deported because of his narcotic cases and then his credit card cases. Of course, I tried to link up a particular file sometime last week about the fact that Bola Ahmed Tinibu was allegedly linked to credit card fraud, but I guess lots of people didn't believe. So this particular part of the expose is part of the file information that will be brought to the general public sometime in October. Now, Shangodele, also known as Bola Ahmed Tinibu, tried to return to the US but could not. He then got a visa to Canada and re-entered the US from Canada, all right, and reconnected with his allies in Chicago, where he continued his drug business. But in order to do this, he achieved this by doing something very, very peculiar. He changed his name from the Yekini Amoda Shangodele to Bola Tinibu on his return to Chicago, and has since kept that name. That was when he got the admission into Chicago State University. All right, I'm going to leave you here because this story has lots to be exposed. All right, I know you're surprised, but don't be. All right, because as long as I'm here, I'm going to avail to you lots of secret information that you don't even know exists. All right, so according to this file, now let me give you my own view on this. According to this file, where now some lines are adding up, right? Yes, some lines are adding up, and lots of things are beginning to make sense. Okay, yes, lots of things are beginning to make sense. We've now seen why he changed his name from what he normally answered before, that is Yekini Amoda Shangodele, to Bola Ahmed Tinibu, and then he decided to gain admission into Chicago State University to make his identity and passport legitimate. All right, we will not say much until we have more information. I promise you, more files are going to be exposed. So this particular expose that has been brought to you right now is part of the 2,500 FBI pages that are going to be available to the general public and to Nigerians, to our utmost dismay and excitement in October. Thank you so much for staying with us. I would love to say categorically that that update is so strong, and you will have to keep faith with Nation Voice Tower if you want to really have the better part of these updates. Now, secondly, I have a disturbing video, not disturbing like not viewing wise, but the content or the information that I will give on this video is disturbing. This is what I mean. Finally, the people from the northern part of Nigeria have come back to their senses. Yes, I will say the scales have fallen off their eyes because they have finally reacted. They've said enough is enough. They have reacted to the insecurity that has bothered them in a long while, all right? Yes, right from 2014 till date, we've recorded lots of cases, incessant cases of insurgency, kidnaps, wanton killings, and all that, all right? States in the northeast, north central, and the northwest, states like Adamawa State, states like Borno State, states like Bauchi, Gombe, Kaduna, Kanu, Kebbi, Katsina, Kwara State, no, not really Kwara State, but states like Zamfara States here, Yobe States have recorded lots of insurgencies. Kaduna of recent, southern Kaduna, have been involved in, you know, lots of wanton killings and abductions, all right? So people in this region have come up to say enough is enough. I have a video I'm trying to show you, although the video is in Hausa, but I will allow you to watch it, then I will explain what the video is saying, right? Now, these people in this video are actually calling out Bola Ahmed Tinibu, who they allegedly voted for with all their hearts. That is where I'm telling you the scales have fallen off their eyes. They are allegedly calling out Bola Ahmed Tinibu and his perceived, listen, his perceived clueless appointment of Muhammad Badaru Abubakar and Bello Matawale as Ministers of Defense and Minister of Defense for State or State for Defense respectively. These people in this video are saying lots, all right? Listen to their spokesperson, and when we come back, I'm going to explain what the video is saying. Please stay tuned.
Gwamna ba su kudin da gudanar Katsinan a lokacin Amina Masari da gwamnan jihar Katsina Abdu Zamfara nake nema karamin ministan tsaro na yanzu yake ta dambu da wayo yake wai tsaron ta sai ba yan arewa ai ta cin uban ku kuma ba yanda za shi to Badar ne tun da ya tashi tallan mota yake daga tallan mota Allah ya kawo siyasa ta yi juyi yana da jari ya zama gwamna ko dan su kawul bai taba yi ba bare dan banga yanzu shine zai tsare arewa.
Okay, yeah, that man in that video spoke with a high degree of bitterness in his heart, all right? I guess this wanton killings and insurgency has hit them so hard this time around, okay? Now, in that video, he was calling out Bola Ahmed Tinibu. He's like, the man was like, why would Bola Ahmed Tinibu, in his wisdom, appoint Muhammad Badaru Abubakar as Minister of Defense? What does Muhammad Badaru know about defense of the North? What does Bello Matawale know about the defense in the North? Okay, this is what that man, or this actually is the baseline of what, or the core of what that man was saying in that video. Okay, that means he's by intention faulting the appointment of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu, saying categorically that Bola Ahmed Tinubu's appointment was null, incompetent, and incapable. Yes, so categorically I'm trying to say that these people are right. We've seen it over and over again, okay? Just a few days ago, there was a recorded abduction in Yobe State, in Zamfara State to be precise, all right? So why? And the government is almost 3 months old, and there are lots of abductions going on. Female students, nothing has even been said about it, all right? So it's now glaring that these people are not getting it right. It's not by appointing people from that region that makes you get access or makes you really have a grip on the insecurity issues, all right? It is by appointing people for competence, merit, and capability that makes you nail it at the head, all right? So Bello Matawale, who is boasting of just a school certificate, yes, or a school certificate, first living school certificate, and Badaru Mohammed are not the best combination for the defense of the country, especially going forward. All right, so you can't really justify the fact that these two what have they done actually? What remarkable thing has Muhammad Badaru done and Bello Matawale to, in fact, under Bello Matawale and Abdulaziz Yari, the two governors that preceded themselves or that followed themselves or succeeded themselves in Zamfara state. I think Zamfara state has been the poorest state in Nigeria under the tutelage of these two people. So doesn't poverty lead to insecurity and insurgency? We've linked that over and over again. This is a massive call to Bola Ahmed Tinibu to please call off these two people, because the matters in the northeast, the north central, and the northwest is becoming overwhelming. All right, please, let's do the needful. We're calling him out, and we'll continue to call him out until he does the right thing or until he resigns from office. This may be soon. Finally, I have somebody you've not, or somebody that has not graced the screens for a very long while now. Dele Farotimi, our famous activist and ex-lawyer. He always loves to be referred to as a former barrister. Yes, he's tired of the country, so he will continue to say things about the country that are positive though. Yeah, so he has actually lent his voice on why he is always against the wrongs, especially in the government system in Nigeria. All right, of course, a new Nigeria is accurately and vehemently possible if we can put all hands on deck. Okay, now next video on your screen will be Dele Farotimi. All right, his words actually made me bring this video to you, because when you listen to his words, he's not only motivating Nigerians, but he's telling us how to go about the problems of Nigerians as it borders the Nigerian populace. All right, please listen to Dele Farotimi next.
If you're blessed to see something wrong, in my own view, it is almost always because you are either meant to shout about what you've seen. It might very well be that you are not the solution to the problem, or it might be that you are the solution to the problem. But you cannot see something bad and find the grace to keep quiet simply because you wouldn't profit by talking. So I'm sorry, I owe my children, I owe myself, I owe my conscience, I owe posterity the duty to speak to what I see. How other people receive it, that's their own business. What they will do in reaction, that's their own call. It's not for me to determine what anybody might do in reaction to what I say or do. That's their business. It's none of my own business. It is actually an honor to be able to look evil men in the eye and simply say what you know to be the truth, and let them go and do whatever they want to do. They are not God. I think it's Igbo. Igbos will say, Madwa Brochuku. Man is not God. And it is actually a pleasure, if you ask me. There is a completely carnal pleasure that I derive from letting man know that he is not God. This is not about, it goes beyond anything else. It's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to be able to look at evil men who play God and tell them they are not God.
Alright, all said and done. If you're just joining us, this is still Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. Now, Dele Farotimi, I won't say much, in as much as what he said is very, very important, but I won't say much, alright, because he would always talk, and we will always talk. Yes, investigative journalists will always talk, human rights activists will always talk, you know, and all of that. So, kudos to Dele Farotimi for being in a quest, an unforgettable quest for a new Nigeria. All right, we would always bring you things that come from positive people, especially those who want the succession or the success of Nigeria. News reaching my table a few minutes ago is saying that the Supreme Court is actually on fire. A section of the Supreme Court in Abuja is actually on fire. Do you know why I'm laughing? Okay, you don't know why I'm laughing, right? Yes, in as much as it's a sad occurrence, I am laughing because these people are playing with our heads. Yes, these people are playing with our heads. So of all times in Nigeria, of all days, of all months, of all years. It is today, few days to the hearing of the inconclusive, or the challenge of Bola Ahmed Tinibu's presidency going forward at the Supreme Court, the appeal of PDP and LP, that's Labour Party, and then the Supreme Court is now on fire. How? Where? From where? How does it come to existence? Is this feasible? In fact, news says that 3 offices of 3 justices has been burnt down, so that when the court hearing starts, they will tell us there are lots of files that are missing, right? This is sad. This is impunity to its highest level, all right? Yes, this is impunity to its highest level, and I can't really place it, okay? But I will delve into this, and then I will try to link up some points, and I'll link up some information confirmed from my informants as usual, and then I will give you the updated updates. All right, yes, thank you for staying with us. Before I call it quits, don't forget to like our videos, share them, watch till the end, because it's very, very important to watch till the end so you get the last part of the information. You wouldn't have known the Supreme Court is on fire if you had not watched to this point. All right, yes, and finally, drop a comment for us in the comment section, because we need to do all these things so we could go viral. Okay, if you're watching me for the first time, tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that you will get to have first-hand information anytime I drop a video. From my table, I'm saying see you next time. Bye.